picked off there by Gallagher, takes a bounce, taken by DeRico at his 20, and he's knocked out of bounds about the 26-yard line, and that's where Waltham will take over. First and 10 at the Peabody 26-yard line. So we'll see what Waltham's offense will do. You try to run the football right off the bat here, Phil, or you try to throw the football?
Well, no, I think you probably have to establish the run, as they always do, as they did last week. They got off to the opening kickoff, so they were off on a good foot to begin. But look for Bourgeois to run the ball and probably run first, pass second.
27. Waltham, we got a little problem changing the footballs here. So it'll be first and 10. Joe Burgoyne will be calling the Seagulls in the I formation with DeRico in the back eye, and he'll get the football. He's got a hole, he spins around about to the 30-yard line, so that brings up a second down.
That time, Baji and Phil, they lined up number 61, Andrew Hogan, as sort of a wing back and was a lead blocker that time. Look for a little bit of that today as Waltham's going to look to run the ball with the two big backs and control the ball on the ground, try to run some clock, wear Peabody down.
Well, we go back to the Peabody every game. Peabody scored in their first play of the game for a 75-yard touchdown and jumped out to a quick 7-0 lead. At one time it was 21-0 Peabody. Second down and 7, gain of 3 there by DeRico. Had some movement on the offensive line. They didn't call it. DeRico handles, picks up a yard, maybe 2, so they bring up a 3rd and probably 5. DeRico carries two in a row.
Should also mention homecoming here, a little bit different than in past years. No parade, obviously. Waltham playing their games at Bentley College, and the field is not quite, adequate to have floats and other things. But there's homecoming kings and queens. We'll announce that a little bit later on the show.
Joe DeRico carrying 2 in a row for Waltham. It's now 3rd and 4. He picked up 3 on the play. And we had a little blitz there and a little exchange of snaps, and Peabody stuffs Burgoyne. It looked like he never got it to handle.
Yeah, it looked like Burgoyne fumbled the snap a little bit, and tough way to Waltham to start, going 3-0. Not the way you want to start at home in a big game, and they're going to have to kick the football.
You see the Peabody band marching in. Always impressed with the Peabody band. They got more band members than they do football players.
I know. And we should also thank Nick and Camille and everybody from Cablevision of Peabody. Once again, we're piggybacking their efforts here today, so thanks to Nick and everybody.
See some replays and all?
Absolutely.
Back deep for Peabody is, we don't have a Minotti here, so spear with the Steve Petroni. Takes a low snap, handles it well. Low punt, takes a bounce, taken there by number 21, and he could be going. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2. Look at the piece of running. And he's down into Waltham territory, down at the 30-yard line was Paul Robillard. And Peabody will take over, first and 10 at the Waltham 30. Nice piece of running there, Bill.
Well, broke a couple of tackles, stutter steps, and Peabody's in business deep in Waltham territory inside the 30. And Peabody's defense comes up big in the first series with a defensive stop, and special teams works its magic, and now the Tanners are in business, first and 10.
So it's first on the Waltham 29-yard line, first and 10 for the Tanners.
33-yard punt by Rock.
And a good return there by Robillard. LaMonica is the quarterback for Peabody. No, it's...
Actually, Petroni is the quarterback.
No, Petroni is the quarterback. It looks like LaMonica is the tailback there, huh?
And actually talking to the Peabody telecast team, and they said even they don't really know what to expect from Coach Ed Ninwantowski, and now in his 18th year at
also
Peabody.
coaches a baseball team at Peabody, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, and known as Niz up there at
Niz.
Peabody.
He's got a winning program over there in both sports.
Yeah, also, Peabody producing a lot of baseball players. Of course, Lomassi, the former quarterback in the Red Sox organization, and Candela now in the Brewers organization.
Robillard calling the signals. And off to LaMonica again. He's going to be brought down there by number 55 for the Hawks. Look at all.
It's William Turman, big number 55, Turman.
Bill Turman with a nice tackle. So it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Tanners. LaMonica carrying 2 in a row there, who we thought would be starting at quarterback. And we got number 8, Robillard. Steve Petroni is the quarterback. Steve Petroni. Petroni's going to throw. He's rolling to his right. He's looking. Throws it out to the flat. It's broken up there by Dorico. Almost intercepted. And it brings up 4th down. Good play there by Dorico.
Yeah, Dorico read the play all the way. He was never took his eyes off Petroni and read the play perfectly and almost came up with the interception.
So it brings up 4th down for Peabody. And they'll be going for it. Ball's at the Waltham 27-yard line. Petroni calling the signals. Over center. They run a reverse play there.
This is Miller.
And he's going to get the 1st down. No, he's going to be shy of the 1st down, and Waltham's going to take over.
That's Joseph Mendez, actually, on the carry.
Joseph Mendez. I think Waltham held him, and they did. But Waltham will take over. Little razzle-dazzle there by the Tanners.
Yeah, the end around, and the Peabody Tanners do have a lot of weapons, and Mendez, the latest weapon to be tried, and it's going to be just a little bit short. And Waltham, important defensive stand to start this game.
I'm looking at this roster here. They don't have it in any type of order here, huh?
No, not alphabetical or numerical.
No numbers, no nothing. Just here you go.
I don't know how they're listed by. Well, I was going to say by any sort of.
By the class, maybe.
Yeah, they're listed by class. That's exactly how they're listed.
Big hole and a quick opener there by Dorico across the 35-yard line. 1st down, 10 for the Hawks.
So far, Dorico's carried the ball 3 times for the Hawks, picking up a total of 21 yards, so averaging 7 yards a carry here in the early going.
21-yard gain there by Joe Dorico. Ball's on the 36-yard line for the Hawks. Peabody's 36. Peabody jumping around, taken there by Bourgeois. He fumbles the football, trying to get some extra yardage, and I think Peabody has it. And Peabody does.
You know, Bill, it almost looked like there was a lot of movement on the line there, and it almost looked like, I think it was number 44 for
That's what Coach
Peabody.
Cage wants.
Charlie Siopis.
Yeah, Siopis almost came across the line almost too early. But
And created that play as well, Phil, forcing the fumble, and Peabody once again takes advantage.
And Coach Danny Cohen is all over the official. He either wants offsides or he wanted a whistle to be blown because his movement, he wasn't going anywhere. And they coughed up the football.
yeah, he may be upset. A lot of movement on the defensive line for Peabody prior to that play.
Well, doesn't matter. Peabody takes over at their own 35-yard line. He's rolling, he's looking to throw. He's got the man out in the flat. He's got a receiver. Eric Greer knocked down inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Tanners. Nice thrown ball.
Yeah, Garrett Greer, he's a big target out there. He's 6'2", 230 senior. And I guess it'd be comparable to Matt Fratto and how he fits into the Waltham offense. But nice play by Petroni, rolling out and hitting the big target, Greer. 1st down for the Tanners, and they're in business again.
So they're inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. They mark it at the 9. Petroni calling the signals. Hands it off to LaMonica. Picks up a couple tough yards. Met there by Dorico. So it brings up 2nd down and goal, and they mark it at the 7-yard line. Dan Connors in on the tackle for the Hawks.
Waltham has given Peabody the opportunities here in the early going 3 and out. Punting the ball 33 yards and giving up a big return. And then the Bourgeois fumble after the second play on the second possession for the Hawks. Peabody now looking at 2nd and goal from the Waltham 7. 5:35 remaining here, 1st quarter, Podgy.
Oh, Petroni over center. Mendez goes in motion. Play action pass. He drops one into the corner of the end zone. And we're going to have pass interference on Bourgeois. Be 1st and goal, half distance from the goal line.
Yeah, and it looked like Bourgeois in kind of a mismatch there. Caleb Pelger, number 9, and now this guy is 6'3". A lot of height lot of height on this Peabody team.
Oh, it's funny too. First time I saw Peabody was at the highlights of the Effort game. I said, boy, they look big. I didn't know if it was the white uniforms, but now seeing them live, this was a big football team.
Yeah.
We thought Effort was big.
Well, the penalty going against the Waltham Hawks will move the ball down to, it looks like, down to the 2-yard line.
Pass interference, so it goes half the distance to the goal line. So it's on the 2-yard line. Automatic first down on the pass interference. Hand it off to LaMonica, and he is, I don't know, no signal from the officials yet, Bill. Nope, second down, so it's about the half-yard line. And Peabody trying to get on top here with 5 minutes, 14 seconds left. So it brings up second and goal. What's that, a half-a-yard line?
Yeah, it's
about
the
as
ball
close.
is just about resting
There it
on.
is,
Oh, there it
right
is right there. You're right, it's about a foot, 15 or so inches away from the goal line.
Petroni's going to keep it himself, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. And Peabody takes a 6-0 lead here with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Nothing surprising about that, huh, Phil?
No, and when Waltham turning the ball over, that's not helping their cause. Peabody definitely is the type of team that'll take advantage of every break that Waltham gives them. So Waltham's going to have to take better care of the ball and establish something offensively.
There's the replay right there. Nice sideline shot there, Bill, huh?
Yeah, good camera work by the Peabody cable crew, helping us out here at Falcon Stadium. Matthew Murphy, number 56, made a nice block for Petroni to get into the end zone.
And Peabody's going to call a timeout. With the point after, we'll take one. We'll be back with the point after right after this. Back here live, there you see Peabody coming in at the point after attempt. Pelger. High snap, it looked like it was offside. It's no good, but it looked like it was offsides by Walton. Let's see what the flag is. They have a flag on Waltham.
Well, let's see if Coach Nizwantowski does the same thing that Coach Cohane did for Waltham in the Everett game, as a point was missed and a penalty, and what Coach Cohane did was elect to go for 2 and did not make it against the Crimson Tide. Let's see if Coach Niz does the same thing here for the Tanners.
Well, I understand there's a congratulations for the Waltham girls field hockey team for winning the North Sectionals finals today over Gloucester, 1-0. And I guess they might have a little feature celebration at halftime.
Yeah, I believe they'll be playing actually here Tuesday night. I'm not sure,
These
who the opponent's going to be, but the preliminary,
Over there,
Huh?
too?
I think so.
In the neighbors next door, Watertown High School, playing as we speak, as we're taping this, in the Division II North Final, up at Wakefield High as well.
Well, they decided to go for the 1 point, and he misses that one again, so that point might come back to help the Hawks. So Waltham trailing 6-0 here. See if they get something to establish here offensively, Phil.
Yeah, and again, the Waltham turnover comes back to hurt the Hawks, and Bill's compiling, I think, that last Peabody drive.
Yeah, Peabody drive started on the Waltham 35 through a benefit of a Marc Bourgeois fumble. So the drive is 35 yards in actually 5 plays if you count the pass interference, which you will on a drive at that magnitude. A 1-yard plunge by quarterback number 8, Steve Petroni. Extra point is no good by Pelger. 6-0 Peabody Tanners. 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, and Waltham on their first 2 possessions go 3 and out, and then second play they fumble, so they've run 5 offensive plays. And could use a good return here, Podgy, and some Dorico and Bourgeois ground game to get back into this one early.
There goes the kickoff. It's a bouncing kick. It's going to be taken by Bourgeois at his 18. Tries to break up the middle, breaks one tackle, breaks a couple tackles. Good piece of running there by Bourgeois across the 40, and that's where they'll take over at the Peabody 41-yard line. Pretty good field position for the Hawks. Doing the kicking there is Garrett Guerrero is doing the kicking for Peabody.
Interesting, Phil McGrady, what Peabody's doing in the kickoff. It looks like the kicker is purposely not kicking it deep, doesn't want to kick to Dorico or Bourgeois, and is trying to loft it over, looks like Brad Zanowski last time the center of the Waltham special teams unit.
Well, not a bad strategy, though, at all, because we've seen what Dorigo and Bourgeois can do in the open field running.
Pitch out goes to Dorico. Tries to get around the corner, and he does. Good piece of tackling there by number 65. Just bear with us, Matthew Murdoch, by the Tanners. But picks up 3 yards on the play, so it brings up 2nd and 7. Matt Murdoch on a nice piece of tackle. 3-yard gain on the play there for Dorico. High formation. Jeff Boudreau in at fullback. Negron in motion.
Bobby Negron back from an injury prodigy out there starting on offense.
Handed off to Dorico, and he's met there by Murdoch again. And finished off there by number 50, a little help from the Tanners. Jason Kendros, and that's a loss of a yard, so it brings up 3rd and 8. Good tackle,
Yeah,
huh?
Murdoch's really making things happen for the Tanners right now. He's just beating his man and making plays.
Well, such as the Crimson Tide did, obviously Peabody coaching staff here scouting that game as well. They're just going to key on the 2 running backs for the Hawks and force Joe Burgoyne maybe to throw the ball up today.
Well, it's a throwing situation right now, and here comes a play action pass. He's looking long. He's got Hines. Almost makes a great catch. There's no call. It looked like it could have been pass interference there on number 21. But there is no flag on the play. And it brings up 4th down.
Dan Cohen out on the field making his thoughts known to the official on the far side. Looks like the defensive back, though, was, trying to look for the ball. You don't have to at the high school level.
Right.
You can face guard. But it looks like contact was incidental, Phil McGrady, on that one.
Yeah, Robillard looked like he was losing his footing, and looked like he just kind of fell into Hines, who actually almost made a great play.
Jeff Hines made almost a great catch. So Waltham's going to punt the football. John Rock on the kicking. Good snap. End over end kick. Takes a good Waltham bounce. Keeps rolling down. It's going to go down about the 10-yard line. A good punt by Rock. And Waltham puts Peabody deep into their own territory, and Peabody will take over at their own 10-yard line. Now we'll take a timeout with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. The Tanners lead at 6-0. We're back here at Bentley College campus. I'm George Malance along with Phil McGrady and Bill Zioli. Peabody has the ball at their own 10-yard line. It looked like he went to hand it off to LaMonica, but it looked like it was a mishandle. He keeps it himself. Brought down there by Jeb Boudreau on a host of other players.
Fratto in there as well. Jeff Hines also in on the stop.
Beautiful. And he picked up 2 yards, so it brings up 2nd and 8. Saw Jeff Boyd running into the ball game. And coming out was William Turman. So 2nd and 8 for the Tanners. Steve Petroni, the quarterback. LaMonica in the I formation there, number 19. Petroni hands it off to the first man through, and he dives across the 15 down to about the 17-yard line. Who's carrying that ball?
Paul Robillard, number 21.
Paul Robillard on the carry. And it brings up a big 3rd down play here, Bill.
Well, Hawks can get some field position here if they can stop the Tanners on 3rd down. Less than 2 minutes and the clock running at 1:52 remaining here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 4. We have yet to see LaMonica at quarterback, as Petroni's been doing the signal calling so far for the Tanners. Now we have a different fullback in the ball game, number 41 for Peabody, which is Adonis Espinal.
He's going to pitch it out to Petroni. I don't think he's going to go nowhere, and the Hawks are going to stop him. Good defensive play there. Jeb Woodrow, Scotty Coleman, and Matt Fratto all in on the tackle.
LaMonica had nowhere to go on that play. The defensive line just pushed through and made the play. LaMonica was kind of like an ill-fated play right from the very beginning, and Waltham in good position right now to get really good field position.
I have a feeling we might see a halfback pass today being thrown by the Tanners with LaMonica at the tailback position. Is it lefty already, do you know?
I do not know. Something I have not scouted there, George.
You usually know everything, so I figured that's why I asked you.
I just think I know everything.
Oh, is that what it is? Jarrett Greer doing the punt, and he hits it off the side of his foot. bounces at the 40. He's taken by Bourgeois at his 45. And he's nailed by number 9, Pelger.
And also Ryan Mulvey, I believe, also on the tackle, number 2.
But Waltham takes over. They have the ball in Peabody territory. And I think where they mark it, at the 43. So Waltham got tremendous field position on the great defensive stance by their defense. See if they get something going here. With 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. They're going to hand it off to Dorico. He fumbled the football, and the Tanners recover it. Joe Dorico fumbles it, and Peabody's going to get the football back.
Well, the 2 stars on offense, Phil McGrady for the Hawks, Mark Bourgeois and Joe Dorico, have not had an auspicious beginning to this one, as each of them has coughed up the football. This time, Waltham having good field position in Peabody territory, and not the way you want to start.
No, this is a critical one because they start off with
Great field position.
the best field position in the game so far. First play from scrimmage after getting the ball back.
Here's the replay.
They turn over the replay right there. You see Dorico coughs it up. I don't know. See if we can get the number. I think it was Murdoch possibly who recovered that for Peabody. But again, Waltham squanders a good opportunity.
Handed off to the first man through, and Jeff Boudreau stood him up. Number 34 was the ball carrier. Okay, yep.
Miller.
Grant Miller, a sophomore, a big sophomore.
Yeah, another concern that Danny Cohane has to have at this point is the defense has been on the field virtually the entire first quarter. So this could come back to really hurt them late in the game if the Waltham defense starts tiring.
Oh, you hear that Peabody band starting to get revved up. They might not get this play off. We'll see it before the first quarter. There's 5 seconds left. They do get it off. He's looking to throw, and he's going to go long. He's got Miller. Did he make the catch? He did. What a catch by the sophomore. Oh, no, that's number 24. Joseph Mendez with a great catch right before the first quarter.
Yeah.
And they're in Waltham territory.
Boy, I like to see that again.
Yeah.
That's the far side of the field, and that receiver looked awful close to that sideline. The official, though, on the spot and gives them a good catch, and the ball is marked down at the Waltham 26-yard line.
And I don't know if you'll ever see a better catch than that. That was a spectacular catch by...
Well covered, too, on defense. Who was covering him there?
Joey Dorico.
Joe Dorico was right on top of him, but a great catch.
Oh, that'll end the first quarter of play. Joe Mendez with absolutely a fantastic catch. And after one quarter, Peabody leads at 6-0.
Front.
Back here at Falcon Field on the campus of Bentley College in Waltham, Mass. The Peabody Tanners in town to face the Hawks of Waltham. In the first quarter, Peabody got on the board, 35-yard drive, 1-yard touchdown plunge by quarterback Steve Petroni gives the Tanners a 6-0 lead. The Hawks have been hurt by 2 turnovers in the early going and a lack of movement on offense. The best offensive play was a Joey Dorico 15-yard run, but Bourgeois has coughed it up as well as Dorico, and Peabody now threatening again to extend the lead. 1st and 10 on the Hawk 25. George?
At 1st and 10, they hand it off to the first man through there. Miller. He's only a sophomore, Grant Miller. 6'1", 205 pounds. Looks bigger than that. He picks up a yard, so to bring up 2nd and 9.
We're going to give him 2 there, Podgy.
He pick up a 2, 2nd and 8. Never did get the replay, Phil, on that catch.
No, but it was, boy, what a spectacular
Yeah, it was
play
a
by
great
Mendez.
all-around play. Big crowd here again on hand for homecoming day. Here we go. There's the motion. LaMonica in the shotgun formation. They put Petroni out on the left over there. LaMonica's looking to throw. Lost one into the end zone and broken up there by Jeff Hines. Good coverage. I guess he's a righty, huh?
Yeah, I guess so, George. Good scouting by you there.
Yeah, Jeff Hines had that play covered all the way. Waltham not really surprised. It didn't appear that way as Hines stayed with Petroni all the way into
I mean, that was a pretty good play. They took him, threw him out to the left, and threw the shotgun formation. And that's where you saw LaMonica throw the football.
Oh, that was a kicker, number 9, Pelger, on the other end of that pass. Jeff Hines makes a nice play to go up and
Petroni's going to go out to the left again. So they go in the shotgun formation with LaMonica.
I look for LaMonica may keep the ball this time, George.
High snap, it is. It's a quarterback draw. And he's not going to get anything.
Boy, I smelled that one out from up here, and so did the Hawk defense.
Number 7, Jason Gregory in on the play. And they bring up a 4th down situation for the Tanners. As you mentioned to Phil earlier in the broadcast, just a couple minutes ago, this defense has been on the field, and like you said, hopefully won't come back to haunt them late in the game because they've been playing good defense right now.
Well, and you know what causes that is the turnovers. The defense is just constantly on the field, and doesn't matter how well conditioned the team is, it's going to come back if they continue to be on the field.
One of your favorite players there, Phil, number 77, Jason Gregory, in on the tackle. I know you're going to miss him when he's gone.
The outstanding player for many years here at Waltham.
All right, Petroni's calling the signals. He's going to pitch it out to LaMonica, trying to get around the corner. Can the defense hold him? And he's going to pick up the first down. Hines knocks him out, but he's just picked up the first down, but we have blocking from behind on Peabody. A flag on the play, and it's on Peabody, so Waltham obviously will take the penalty and they bring up another 4th down.
It's going to be illegal use in the hands of blocking the back there on the Tanners on the outside. As Brad Zanowski made a good play to come up and force LaMonica to turn it inside, although he made the stake. It is going to come back, though.
Is it from the spot of the...
It is spot of the foul. Spot foul.
Kenyatta?
So it's still going to be 4th down. It's a spot foul. They're going to mark it off not quite 10 yards.
So it brings up a 4th and 15, 16. And Peabody's going to call a timeout. They're going to talk about this one. We'll take a timeout with 9 minutes, 15 seconds left. Waltham trailing 6-0. All right, we're back here at Falcon Field on the campus of Bentley College. 9 minutes, 15 seconds left. It's 4th down and 16. Waltham trailing 6-0. And guess what? But Peabody's decided to kick the football.
Well, I'd watch for a fake here. I don't know if this is, is that LaMonica there? The eye back up? This might be a direct snap to LaMonica, and it's not.
No, they're going to try to, and DeRico tries to catch the football. He drops and it rolls out at the half-yard line.
Oh, boy.
Why don't you just let that go and let it bounce out of the end zone and take the ball to 20?
Well, Garrett Greer went for the pooch kick, and DeRico elects to take the ball. He fumbles it. The ball, I don't know. It's just a bad decision.
I don't know if, I can't tell you what it is because these players have been in big games before, and a little maybe homecoming senior leadership day butterflies. Joe DeRico was missing the ball twice, Mark Bourgeois once.
Well, it worked, I guess. The play the play worked exactly what the coach of Peabody Tanners wanted, was to get out at the half-yard line, but with a little help from the Hawks. So Waltham in deep in their own territory at the 1-yard line, and it brings up 2nd and 9. He picked up a half a yard, was DeRico. And here comes DeRico coming out now. You see him?
Yeah.
Now quarterback.
Needless to say, Waltham's got to take very good care of the ball this deep.
And the other thing, you have 25 seconds on the play clock, and the referee's looking at his watch now, and Joe Burgoyne had to run 30 yards to get the play from the sideline.
And guess what? That's a delay of game on the Hawks.
Either false start or a delay. That's going to be a false start. I don't know if it's delay. It might be a false start. Yeah, it is a false
start on the Hawks.
Yeah, see, the referee didn't call that penalty. That came from the umpire, and the referee. The referee has control of the play clock.
And he wants now. He's getting the warning here. Coach Cohen has been all over this crew tonight.
And you're not going to fluster this referee. This referee is.
It is right there on the TV. And Cohen.
Mr. Cairo is a very experienced referee. Been around the wars in high school.
He's warning everybody now.
High school and college football. And this referee is not going to get flustered whatsoever. He's a veteran referee, good official, one of the top officials in Eastern Massachusetts. And he's explaining right now what's going on to Coach Cohen and quarterback Joe Burgoyne.
You see athletic director Bill Foley in there just to try to see what they were explaining. They could be saying, because the Waltham coaching staff have been all over this whole crew all game on a couple of situations. But right now he's got to get a play in because the clock is running right now. Burgoyne is still sitting there talking to Coach Cohane.
And Bill, you bring up the point every game about, you know, the shuttle system and the time that is wasted in a lot of these cases. Forces Waltham sometimes into mistakes because they do have to rush plays.
Well, we'll see what happens. It's second and they marked it off a half yard. So it's second and 10 for the Hawks again. They're going in motion.
We're coming right up on 25 seconds right now, too.
They're going to hand it off to Bourgeois. He's going to try to get some breathing room for the Hawks. He brings it out to about the 5. Let's see where they spot it. Probably about the 4-yard line. 7 minutes, 40 seconds left here. Second quarter. Peabody leads it 6-0. Waltham deep in their zone right now. It brings up a 3rd and 7.
And the other thing about your quarterback running 25 to 30 yards every time is now if he gets in trouble on a scramble, and he's run 90 yards in the last 3 plays back and forth, or if you double that, he's run 25, 50. So he's run about 125 yards. I mean, I know he's an 18-year-old kid, senior, strong, but as the game wears on, and now if he goes back to pass and has to scramble, he's already run 100 yards in the last minute and a half.
Well, it's 3rd and 7. He's looking to throw. He slants it into Hines, who makes the catch, and a good all-around play and a first down for the Hawks. Burgoyne with a nice thrown ball to Jeff Hines.
You see that play, Phil, in the NFL constantly. When teams need a big first down, they go to that inside slant right away.
Yeah. It was well-designed play. It was really you got to put the ball in a position where only your receiver can get it, and Hines.
Well, you sound like John Madden in there,
making faces at me, Bill. Hines is a super athlete, of course. You know, the point guard on Joe Cacciatore's basketball team, and a nice effort to pick up a much-needed first down.
Very much needed first down. So it's 1st and 10 for the Hawks. The ball's at the 15-yard line. They're going to pitch it out to Bourgeois. He's going to try to get around the corner, and he does. Oh, we got a flag on the play. And that's going to be on the Hawks, and it's going to be holding.
Looks like it's going to be on 36, Jeb Boudreau.
This is, I think it's on number 52.
52.
He's talking to him right now.
Yeah, it is 52.
On Robert Negron. Now this official, you've worked with him before. You know who he is.
Haven't worked with him before, but know he is. He's a long time. This is a veteran crew. All 4 of these guys have been through the wars, so to speak, in Eastern Massachusetts high school football, small college as well as major college as well. And the commissioner of officials in the league, Mr. McDonald, has sent one of the more experienced, if not the most experienced crew to the game here today.
So they do it from the spot of the foul, which becomes an 8-yard penalty, so it's now 1st and 18. Hawks trying to get something going here. Looking to throw, he does a pump, pumped it up, and it's picked off by LaMonica. And he's going to go right down the sidelines. He's knocked out of bounds by Boudreau at about the 8-yard line.
Well, he threw the ball into double coverage there, Phil McGrady, and the 2 white shirts blanketing Negron.
Yeah.
And even though you pump fake, it doesn't mean you still have to throw it. And ill-advised throw by Burgoyne to threw the ball so well against Everett. And mistakes are just totally killing the Hawks here. Although they're only down 6-0, with good defense, they can still stay in this ball game here in the first half.
Well, again, the 3rd turnover, and the pump fake really did not really free Negron at all, as we're going to take another look at it here, as the pump fake and Burgoyne, and you see, actually the ball was tipped by Mendez, who actually, number 24, tips it right into LaMonica's hands. LaMonica returns a nice return on the interception, and the Peabody Tanners are in business. 5 minutes and 49 seconds left in the first half.
Ball's on the 7-yard line. They're going to pitch it out to LaMonica. He's trying to get some running when he puts his head down. And look at the nice piece of running there by LaMonica. Yeah. He's hit there, carry about 4 Hawk players, and he's down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, he kept the legs going. LaMonica never stopped.
Down to about the 3-yard line.
Again, Ray was not running hard. He was giving the impression he might pass the ball as an option. 2nd down and 3 to go.
Good piece of running there, though, by LaMonica. He waited for his block, and he looked like he said, slow down, and the next thing you know, bang, he just put his head down and carried 4 Hawks. They go to that shotgun formation. 2nd down and goal from the 3. No, they didn't go to the shotgun. They go to Jordan. They hand it off to Lamont, who's got a big haul. And a touchdown for Peabody, and they take a 12-0 lead.
Yeah, that particular play right there, George, the Peabody line just blew Waltham's line right off. Wasn't even a doubt. They were backpedaling all the way, and Waltham, again, 3 turnovers, and probably going to be looking at a 2-point conversion here, but Waltham turnovers and a couple of penalties have really hurt them.
Well, talk time and time again over the last number of years here in the Greater Boston League. You play the Maldons, Reveres, Medfords, and Somervilles all you want, and you have fairly convincing wins over those teams. These are the teams that you have to play well against. These are the teams that you play your best against. The Peabodys, Everetts, Brocktons, Xaverians of the world. Waltham got the job done the first game of the year on the road at Xaverian, but have not fared well at home as they were blown off the ball in the Everett game, and mistakes here early in this one have them in a 12-0 hole.
Well, Waltham is, they've defended the run to the outside pretty effectively. They kept Diamond Ferry at bay, but they really had the problems running the ball, or stopping the run up the middle, and it looks like Peabody is exposing the same weaknesses that have appeared in other games.
Well, as Bill mentioned, the Everett game, Everett just blew them right off the football, executed well in all areas of the football game. Right here, this is mistakes by the Hawks that are giving Peabody 3 turnovers. You just can't do this on a good football team like the Tanners.
Well, Peabody started drives 3 times now inside Waltham territory, deep inside.
Look at this play, but they didn't get it.
Nice
There's
play.
a shuffle pass inside there, too.
Scotty Coleman.
Scotty Coleman comes up with the big play. Scotty Coleman having a good year, playing his last home game as a senior. So the Tanners take a 12-0 lead, and those points could come back to help the Hawks.
Well, as poorly Phil and Podgy as Waltham is playing, I don't mean poorly in the sense that they haven't made the effort or made offensive plays when they had the opportunity, but as far as the turnovers are concerned and not holding on to the football, they're only down here less than 2 scores and 2 points, 12-0 here with 5 minutes remaining in the first half. If they can put a drive together here, one of the Rockets to point or going for 2, they can only be down 4 or 5 at the most at halftime if they get in the end zone.
Well, they need to obviously move the chains, string together some first downs, and no penalties and no turnovers, which has cost Waltham dearly today.
Oh, let's see what Peabody does here if they elect to kick it deep to Dorico, who ran back the opening kickoff last week for a touchdown. And that'd be nice to see one right now.
And as you mentioned, Bill, the Tanners not really are trying to avoid kicking to Dorico and Bourgeois. We'll see if they continue that.
Greer kicks it off, and he kicks it high. It's going to be taken by Boudreaux. They're going to reverse it to Dorico. He's got a hole. Right down the sidelines. Cuts it in. Oh, just tripped up. No, the official said he stepped out. This is incredible. The coaching staff is all over him. This is incredible. First down. They're going to mark it back in Waltham territory.
Danny Cohane.
You never see Danny argue like this, so, I mean, this is...
Yeah, also Steve Duffy arguing the call, and
you know what, a little bit of it too, and we're not right there. We're blocked out by the players, and if the Waltham coaching staff is that adamant, then obviously they have a gripe. On the other hand, you can see some frustration in Coach Duffy, Coach Cohane's face as well, as they're not happy with the way things have been going. Obviously, with the turnovers here in the first half, another big game. They didn't get the job done against the Crimson Tide, and this is their Super Bowl today, trying to knock the Tanners from the ranks.
They're going to throw the football. He's going to be scrambled, throws it out to Jeb Woodrow. He breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2. He's down at the 50-yard line, but he picks up a first down. And you need a couple big plays like this to get the crowd into the game and to get back into the football game, Phil.
Well, Burgoyne under tremendous pass rush there. Good composure to wait for Jeb Boudreau to break free. And he sucked in the Tanner line and completes the pass. And Waltham, again, a much-needed first down.
Well, the ball's right at the 50-yard line. There you see the Hawks in the huddle. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first half. The Hawks trailing 12-0. Trying to get something going here on homecoming day in Waltham. Burgoyne's going to throw again. He's going to loft it up to Hines. He's got his man, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. Nice throw ball by Burgoyne, and a great catch by Mr. Hines, turning in midair.
Yeah, Jeff Hines, just a super athlete, makes a great play there. Good play all around. Burgoyne, I mean, Joe Burgoyne has really proven that he can get the job done as quarterback. He really tried to rally the Hawks in the Everett game. We're going to take another look at it here. You see Burgoyne, pass protection, not too bad on that, and actually nice play by Hines.
Over-the-shoulder catch, sort of a long pass on a fast break there, Phil. Jeff Hines catching it sort of on the basketball court. Robillard in coverage that time, beaten cleanly by Hines.
1st and 10 for the Hawks in Peabody territory. Now that should be offsides. They hand it off to Bourgeois. There's no flag. He carries a couple people. He's down to the 20 inside the 18. But that should be a penalty, Bill. You cannot cross. Isn't that a new rule?
Yeah, and it actually looked like he touched a Waltham player, though.
Well, what happened there, the defensive man has to, quote, threaten the offensive lineman. If the offensive lineman had jumped there, guys, then the call would have been against Peabody. But the Waltham offensive line didn't move, and there was no contact made. The defense does have a chance to get back. What Waltham needs to do is snap the ball in the situation, or if the offensive lineman raises up to protect himself, the flag would have been thrown against the Tanners.
On the defense, okay. Couldn't get any better than that, huh?
Oh, how'd you like that? That's pretty good.
It was good,
Almost like I know what I'm talking about.
although it almost did look like there was contact, though.
2nd down, a pick up a 5 by Bourgeois. They hand it off to Bourgeois again. He's got a big hole, and I think he's got the 1st down. And he does got the 1st down, so to bring up, let's see where they spot it.
That's a 1st down. That's going to be a 1st down, George.
So it brings up 1st and 10. The ball's at the 13-yard line, and Waltham threatening here, Phil.
Well, Waltham, this is exactly what they need. 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes left in the first half. Need to get on the board.
Need to get on the board. They need to put 6 in here right now with 3 minutes, 5 seconds left here in the first half. I formation. He's looking to throw. Throws it up high. A little behind the intended receiver, Bobby Negron, and an incomplete pass.
Boy, kind of a high-risk play there, Bill.
Well, Matt Murdoch in on Burgoyne. Burgoyne, I think, threw it a little bit quicker than he wanted to, threw the ball high. Negron was open on the inside slant, and Burgoyne had the rush to throw because of the pressure of Matt Murdoch, 65 for Peabody.
He's having one heck of a football game, huh?
Once again, that was Mendez on the
coverage.
On the coverage.
All right, so it brings up 2nd and 10. And Waltham's going to call a timeout. Is it Waltham? No, an official.
No.
That's a 20-second timeout?
That's a 20-second timeout for the Hawks.
20-second timeout. So we'll stay here with 2 minutes 57 left in the first half.
This year in high school football, when we mentioned it previously, there are 5 timeouts, 3 full timeouts, and 2 20-second a la basketball there, Phil. And different officials have different signals for signaling the 20.
That's the familiar one, though. The 2 hands on the
two hands
on the shoulders.
2 hands on the shoulders of the basketball. Different. They give it maybe a half T or a chicken wing symbol sometimes as well. But
okay, here they go. With 20-second timeout is over. I formation with Dorico and a Bourgeois. Dorico's going to go in motion. They're flooding the right side over there. They're going to throw the football. He's looking. He lost it into the corner of the end zone into heavy coverage. And the intended receiver was Jeff Hines. Threw that into coverage, Bill.
Yeah, Hines and Negron also in that neighborhood. Just a lot of people in the end zone there.
Well, they're trying to strike a quick 6 here.
Well, 4 white shirts that time, blanketing Hines. Dorico was open for a moment in the flat. He was covered by Murdoch. Murdoch showing good speed for a linebacker out there on Dorico.
Murdoch is a 6'1", 185-pound senior for the Tanners, and he's been all over the football field. There you see the replay there. Throwing that into a little bit of coverage, huh?
A lot of white shirts over in that area.
Well, Jeff Hines, a very experienced receiver, great hands. Russ Bonilla, though, I don't think he is not as far as the height advantage.
There you see Hines going in motion. They're going to pitch it out to Dorico. He's going to throw. He's going to throw it back to the quarterback, but it's going to be almost intercepted. Dorico just couldn't get it up. Number 21 on that play.
Robillard.
That's Robillard.
Oh, Robillard didn't get fooled there.
No, Robillard actually looks like he may have hurt himself.
Gonna have a flag here on Peabody.
Offsides on Peabody. They got a break here, so it brings up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah.
So it brings 3rd and 5. They get another play, Bill.
Yeah, Paul Robillard looks like he may have hurt a rib or something. You still see him kind of holding his right side on the stretch.
With 2:45 remaining in the half, guys. Now,
there we go. Here's the replay. They pitch it out to Dorico.
In Dorico, you can see Burgoyne rolling out to the weak side. Robillard makes a nice play, reading it all along, able to leap up and bat of the way. But now if you coach Cohane, if you don't make it here on 3rd down, you got to think of 2 plays here, maybe going on it, going forward on 4th.
Unbalanced line. Waltham pulled out all the stops. And guess what? It didn't fool him at all.
Now, was that Murdoch again and right in the middle of it?
It sure was.
Wow, boy.
Someone's got to put a body on him.
Waltham trying a couple of trick plays themselves, but you know, like you're nothing to lose here, trying to be the spoiler. So it brings up 4th down, and Waltham's going to call a timeout with 2:23 left. We'll take a timeout. Waltham trailing 12-0.
2 minutes, 22 seconds remaining here from Falcon Field at Bentley. Peabody 12, Waltham nothing. Waltham has a 4th down and 5 yards to go from the Peabody 9-yard line, and Waltham is not going to kick. They're going to go for it and play the game for the Hawks at this point.
This is it right here. Waltham going forward on 4th down. McGowan's looking to throw. He's looking to throw. He goes to the corner of the end zone. He's got Hines for a touchdown. Well, I guess you don't kick the 3 and you go for the touchdown. Excellent throw ball by Burgoyne. And Jeff Hines goes to touchdown. And they're on the board.
Well, nicely executed play. Nice play by Burgoyne to look, a lot of cases, he'll look at one receiver only. This time looks right and then looks left, completes the pass to Hines. And I don't know if Robillard is still hurting from that last, but he just seemed to not get involved in that play.
I think the 2 slants that Waltham has run with Negron and Hines earlier sort of made Robillard play toward the inside. Hines gave him a quick inside move, curled out to the outside, but going with nice touch on the ball, laid it in there.
They're going to go for 1 here, try to make it a 12-7 game.
Yeah, that's a smart play because 7 and 6 get you 13.
Scott Coleman doing the holding. Good snap. And that kick looks good from here. What is it? It's good. There we go. Waltham. With 2 minutes 17 left here in the first half, the Hawks are on the board, trailing now 12-7. And there's still a lot of time left here, Bill, if you mentioned off the year with the timeouts now, if they can hold them and maybe one more march downfield before the half.
Well, 2:17 remaining. I believe Waltham has 3 fulls plus a 20 with a good kickoff and a defensive stand here. Use your timeouts. You know, if you stuff them on 1st down, they don't gain any yards. Use your timeouts. Try to make them go 3 and out, get the ball back, and see if you can get at least 3 more by halftime, if not 6.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a big, Phil, you mentioned you had to get some points. We were talking off the air whether they go for the 3.
Right.
And you just said they have to get some points on the board.
Yeah, they had to get some points and a big 4th and 5 play to get them on the board. And doing it primarily through the air. Burgoyne, a couple of big pass plays, 2 big ones to Hines.
And if I was going to kick off right now, I want to kick it down the left side. I want to kick it to Robillard because Robillard has covered Hines. He's a little bit winded trying to keep up with Hines on the defensive end. I'm sure he wants to atone for giving up that touchdown. He might be a little over anxious and maybe cough up the football here trying to gain some extra yards. So if I was Waltham, I'd kick it to Robillard.
I tell you, you're talking about a fumble. What a great situation that would be if they could turn over the football right now. Rock kicks it high and short. Taken at the 20-yard line. And look at this, the Hawks are fired up now. Listen to the crowd. Zanowski and everybody else in on the play.
Yeah, Mendez really nowhere to go on that. Waltham with a little bit of a momentum surge here right at the end of the first half.
Well, 2:09 remaining, and here's where I think right here you may want to stack it up inside, almost like a short yardage situation. Try to get them for no game pause. You call a timeout.
But you know what? Coach Niz, as you called him, he has a lot of things up his sleeve throughout the years. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to open it up here.
Well, don't forget, Waltham was burning that fullback pass, rollout pass against Everett. If you stack up against the run, you might be burned deep.
They run the draw, nowhere! Scotty Coleman run it all the way on the blitz. A loss of 10 yards on the play. What a play by Scotty Coleman.
Waltham's not taking a timeout here, guys. They have timeouts to take. There's a loss. Now they got Everett a loss. Peabody a loss of 7 yards there at least, or 9 exact. Apparently.
Loss of 9.
Boy, Scott Coleman was
great play.
Scott Coleman was in that backfield so early he almost could have got the handoff from Petroni himself.
They're almost surely going to use a timeout here, George, after this if they stop him again.
Second down. Fake draw, looking to throw. He's looking to throw. fires it over the middle, incomplete, brings up third down, and it stops the clock.
And they got a break there with the stoppage of the clock, because if Peabody completes a pass or has a running play instead, they can really run the clock down.
Tell you, a sack would have been something there. If they ever sacked him, then you call that timeout. But as Bill mentioned, you get a break here now on a 3rd and 19 situation.
Yeah, in that case there, it didn't look like the Tanners receivers looked like they helped out
They just
Petroni
ran
at
off.
all. They just seemed to run off their patterns.
You got to come back to the ball, Phil. You know, and those guys, like I said, ran off the patterns.
And it was a smart play by the quarterback, too. I think he threw it to that spot, but no one else would catch it.
A minute 19, and, you know, the Waltham on 3rd down here could have had a good 30, 35 more seconds on the clock to play with if they burned a timeout.
Now, they got a heck of a 2-minute drill, though. He's looking to throw, pumps. He's going to loft it. DeRico's right there. DeRico intercepted! DeRico intercepted, and Waltham will take over with 1:11 left here. And momentum is starting to turn, Phil.
Yeah, that play really had no chance at all, as Mendez, behind the play, actually receiver turned defensive back. And DeRico had position on it all the way, makes a nice interception, and Waltham now with 1 minute, 11 seconds left to run.
How many timeouts do we know? They haven't used many of them. The 122nd one I can think of, right?
One. They at least have 2 full and a 20. You know, they got 3, no matter how you slice it, at least, if not 4. And with a minute 11 now, there is plenty of time to get into scoring position. Although I would have liked them, you know, to use that timeout. They would have had about a minute 40, 45 instead of the minute 11. They still have plenty of time. They only have 55 yards to go. They've done it before in less plays than less yardage, more yardage than this and less plays.
Shotgun formation. They're going to throw the football right off the bat. He's going to go long to DeRico. He's got him. He's got him at the 30. They knocked out of bounds at the 25. But going to DeRico, 1st and 10 for the Hawks with 1 minute, 4 seconds left.
Well, we were talking to the Peabody cable crew before the game, Phil, and they did mention that Peabody's defensive backfield was very suspect, and Joe Burgoyne exposing that now here late in the first half.
Yeah, and LaMonica, number 19, looking around like someone else was supposed to get over there and help the coverage, but LaMonica just let DeRico get behind him, and he looked absolutely surprised that he was that wide open.
Well, not using the timeout is now not an issue. They have a minute 4 left, 25 yards to go for touchdown, and they have plenty of time with timeouts to do it as well.
Burgoyne in the shotgun. He's looking to throw. He's got a lot of time. Throws it out the flat to Nygron, who makes a great catch. And Waltham is going to call a timeout here. That's a pickup about 8 yards, 7 yards. And Waltham stops the clock with 53 seconds left. Bobby Nygron, coming back from the injury, makes a nice catch.
Yeah, Negron, and that's an example of receivers coming back.
Coming back to the ball. Nygron did that.
To the quarterback, but going found him.
That's
and it's going to be, what, a 2nd and 2?
That's a 20-second timeout, taken that time by the Hawks.
So they still have 3 full timeouts, right? If we're unofficially?
I believe unofficially 3, at least 2, if not 3.
So they pick up an 8 on that pass play for going to Negron. And it brings up a 2nd and 8. The ball is at the 17-yard line, and Waltham threatening again.
And the timeout question, Georgia, this is what the officials are talking about now. The 4 of them are huddled around looking to see how many timeouts exactly does Waltham have left. They're trying to get their timeout cards in order to make sure they're all on the same page, and it looks like they are.
They got, he had how many fingers? 2 or 3 fingers up.
Did he say 2? 2
timeouts. They have 2 left, I guess. Throws it out to Hines and makes a couple good moves. He's down to about the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Hawks.
The
clock runs.
Clock is going to stop on a 1st down as it moves the chains.
No, they called the timeout. Waltham took the timeout with 44 seconds left. Waltham moving the football in the air. Nice, Bill, huh?
Well, Joe Burgoyne has shown the touch early. Never had a chance to throw the ball as Waltham dominated the weaker competition in the GBL. Threw for 270-plus yards against Everett. And when you can do that against a quality Super Bowl talented team like the Crimson Tide, there's no reason why you can't do it against Peabody as well. And Joe Burgoyne showing that today.
And you know the Crimson Tide are rooting for the Hawks right now. And they want to go to another Super Bowl. What would it be, their 4th in a row, Bill, if they go in? They're going to hand it off to Bourgeois. He's going to get around the corner. He dives for the end zone. Just shy at about the half-yard line. Mark Bourgeois almost brings it in, so it's marked at the half-yard line, which stops the clock with 38 seconds left.
Yeah, it almost looked like Bourgeois had the angle to take that in. I don't know if we're going to take another look at that.
We're not getting the replays when we want them, huh?
Inside the 1 yard line.
It's at the half-foot line.
Yeah, you gotta. You know what? You have 2 timeouts here. You call. There's no reason here. You got 2nd down and 1 to go. Quarterback sneak. Don't even take a chance on a handoff, a fumble, or anything like that. I'd have Joey Burgoyne wait 1/2 a second and pound him behind his guards and go in the end zone.
And he does. Touchdown, Hawks. They didn't. Yeah, touchdown, Hawks. Took a long time, Bill, huh? To make that signals, but the Hawks take a 13-12 lead. Quarterback sneak.
Well, I call the not rocket science here, George. As I call that play, is that you don't want it. You've already fumbled the ball. You have had 1 muff and 2 fumbles, and you don't want to risk it down here on the goal line. Joe Burgoyne has got you in this position throwing the ball. There's no reason why he can't take it himself from half a yard's out, Phil.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, the turnover is a real problem for the Hawks in the first half, and they've seized the momentum of this game, and now they're up by 1.
The Peabody crowd awful quiet. They were pretty loud when it was 12-0. We were quiet, and like you mentioned, it just completely went the opposite way. Thank God. With 34 seconds left here in the first half, Waltham has scored 13 unanswered points and taken the lead in this ball game. Yep. Play action. You knew that was coming.
Yeah.
It took so long here. They were trying to make it a 3-point game. Inside handoff to Zanowski was stuffed by Peabody.
Yeah, did not catch the Tanners were all over that play and played no chance.
You know what? And I'll tell you even afterwards. I don't like that at all. It didn't work on the Peabody side. If you kick the point there, you're up 14-12. All right.
Yeah.
Now, if Peabody scores and goes for 2, they go ahead 20-14, and all you need is 6 to tie it and an extra point to win it if it gets down to that. And you have a John Rock who's already kicked an extra point right down the middle to begin with. And you could go ahead 2 there, and I think Waltham right there gave up a point that they had on the board.
Yeah, what you do too, I hope it doesn't take a little momentum wind out of you. Take the 14-12 and get out of here, but Waltham leads at 13-12.
And Peabody's proven they have too good of a run defense so far in this game to be able to fool them in that sort of play.
Well, Waltham doing it primarily all through the air.
Yeah.
They're picking up.
Joe Burgoyne just throwing the football tremendously in the last 3 minutes of that half, right? So John Rock will be kicking off for the Hawks, who have scored 13 unanswered points and have taken a 13-12 lead. If you just joined us, with 34 seconds left here in the first half on homecoming day here at Waltham.
I think here what you want to do, George, is kick a hard squib about 30-35 yards if you can bounce this ball on the ground at all.
He's going to kick it deep. He kicks it good, too. Robillard takes it, he falls down. He slips at his own 19-yard line, and that's where they'll take over.
Of course, in high school and college, once your knees are down, you're down. In the pros, he could have got back up and run, but
He would have got nailed, too, though, because the Hawks were right there.
yeah. Now, if you're Coach Niz, do you
Sit on it. I'd sit on it.
Go to the
You're going to get the ball in the second half. You're going to receive the football.
Right.
I'd sit on it and just come in and just make some adjustments. 33 seconds left here in the first half. I mean, that's what I'd do. I mean, see what Coach Niz. Like I said earlier, you never know what he has up his sleeves. He's going to run the draw to LaMonica, and he got absolutely nothing. Waltham trying to go for the football, too.
Well, why not? When you're that, Peabody deep in their own end.
Peabody's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, Jason Gregory, not fooled at all, had spied LaMonica all the way, got his big, should we say, paw on him. Jason, that big of a guy, could be considered sort of a bear back there on the D-line for the Hawks, and able to drag LaMonica down for a loss of a yard.
When you wear like a number 77 or a number like that, you don't have hands, you have paws.
Well, Peabody, surprisingly, has called a timeout. I guess they're not going to sit on it. Phil?
It'll be interesting what's going to happen here. You see...
Well, didn't ever do this as well, take a timeout and then take a knee? Or maybe one of the games this year, they took a timeout, looked like some chicanery was about to take place, and the quarterback just came out off of a timeout and took a knee.
Yeah, never quite developed. You see Petroni still over on the sidelines with
Beautiful day for
Coach.
football, though. For homecoming, you couldn't ask for the weather to
No, we've
cooperate any
been
better.
very fortunate, I think, with the weather this year. And this is actually our last telecast from
For this season?
the temporary home of the Hawks, Bentley College. Thanks to Don Moorhead and everybody here at Bentley.
Hand it off to LaMonica. He's at the 20. Oh, stood up there by DeRico.
Did not get out of bounds.
And David Granados didn't get out. Did he get out of bounds?
I don't believe so. Another timeout.
Peabody took another timeout. He got the first down with 10 seconds left here, and Peabody took another timeout. Well, I guess when you have them, you might as well use them, huh? It's the old saying, Bill.
You can't take them with you.
You can't take them with you, right? You can't carry them over.
I want to congratulate this year's senior homecoming king and queen, Matt Bonomo, is the king, and Maria Simeone, the queen of this year's
For the senior class?
the senior class.
That was Peabody's last time out.
Well, I think you do take the timeouts, George, here because, you know, with big play capabilities of the Tanners, you know, you never know. Somebody could break through the line and go for a long run. You know, you try to run as many offensive plays as possible.
Well, an incomplete pass would stop the clock and give them another play, and it looks like they've all flooded over here. They're going Hail Mary, guys.
And LaMonica is going to throw the ball. Double wide receivers, far right.
Mendez and Espinel, number 41.
And they called a timeout for that, and that didn't fool Waltham at all. And that's going to do it, and Waltham's going to go into halftime with a 13-12 lead. And look at Coach Cohane getting his team fired up. Look at him. So we'll come back with second half action here at homecoming weekend. The Hawks lead at 13-12. 13-12, we start off second half. A high kick taken there at the 20-yard line. He's got a big hole. Oh, my. He was drilled there by number 56, David Granados. Hello.
He absolutely stood him up.
Oh, yeah.
See, the legs were still going, but they just weren't touching the ground.
As Joseph Mendez was drilled there by Granados, start off the second half, and that woke up the Waltham High crowd there from the long halftime activity here at homecoming.
Yeah, usually the bands don't travel and perform, but this is the homecoming in Peabody with a pretty large band and an extended halftime show.
So and we got a flag on the play, and who's it against? What's that, Bill?
I don't know. I'm going to look and see.
Not enough players?
We got 12 men in the huddle.
That's what it's called. It's a 5-yard penalty. So Peabody starts off the second half with a 5-yard penalty, so it brings up first and 15. If you just joined us, Waltham was trailing 12-0, scored 13 unanswered points in the last 3 minutes of the first half. And that's where we stand here. Waltham lead 13-12.
It's starting to get a little colder and a little bit, sky's getting a little dark here at Bentley.
First and 10. And David Granados is right there on the end around sweep as Robillard is thrown for a loss.
Well, Granados with 2 big plays to start the second half.
Petroni handed it off to Robillard. He went absolutely nowhere. He lost 3 in the play, so it'll be 2nd and 18 for the Tanners. Petroni calling the signals. Rolling to his left, throws it across the field, and it's an incomplete pass, covered well there by DeRico. Attended receiver was Garrett Greer, so it's third down for the Tanners. That's a tough play, Phil. Going to your left, stop, and throw across your body.
It's a tough play, and the Waltham coverage was there, and Greer went down for it, but really no chance right now. 3rd and 18, and Waltham carrying the momentum, it looks like, into the second half.
Well, just going to mention that, guys, is that Waltham, obviously with the 2 scores late in the first half, taking that lead to the locker room, coming out here fired up.
Third down, they go in the shotgun formation with LaMonica. LaMonica's looking to throw. He's got a heavy rush. Gregory trying to get him. He just throws it away. And it brings up fourth down. Good defense here by the Hawks.
Yeah, Jason Gregory just all over LaMonica. LaMonica running to his left, and he just could not square up and look downfield. He really had no chance. And just a terrific play by Gregory and a good defensive stand for the Hawks.
He is a big Gregory. 6'2", 265 pounds in the program.
Yeah, Jason Gregory.
Playing his last home game.
Yep.
Almost too many men on the field. They're going to get him again for 12 men in the huddle again.
That's another illegal substitution. 12 men in the huddle. You cannot do that.
Peabody is a little confused here.
Peabody is having some problems here. I mean, it just seems like they've left the playbooks in the locker room at halftime, because there's
they're going for the block.
Just a state of confusion on the Peabody sidelines at this point.
They're going to go for the block here, Bill. They just made some changes here.
I don't know if I do that. I think I want to set up a return here, Podgy. You got Waltham deep in their own territory.
Yeah, they made some changes. Oh, they got one man deep.
Yeah, you're only going to rush 3.
That's a low kick. It's going to take a Peabody bounce to the 40, but Waltham will take over at the 34-yard line. And we'll be back with 9 minutes and 47 seconds left. Waltham leading 13-12. Right, back here at Bentley College. Waltham lead 13-12. First down and 10. Gonna hand it off to Bourgeois. He's got a hole. He carries a couple players across the 40, down to the 42. Good piece of running there.
Nice block there, Phil. Jeb Boudreau leading the way for Marc Bourgeois, along with the offensive line on the left side, but Boudreau the first hit.
Yeah, Jeb Boudreau, he just likes hitting people, anybody, even his own teammates.
Pick up 7 yards. It'd be 2nd and 3, and a good piece of running there by Marc Bourgeois. They're going to hand it off to Bourgeois again. He spins and turns. He breaks a couple tackles. He's about midfield, and a first down for the Hawks.
That time, Phil and Podgy, number 63, John Rock, doing a nice job at the center position, creating the hole. Bourgeois with a nice piece of balanced running, gaining the first down.
First down, ball's in the Peabody 49-yard line. That's where they spot it. I formation for the Hawks. Hands it off to Bourgeois again. Oh, he ran into his own player. He had a hole there if he could have bounced it outside. He picks up 2 yards. What did he run into? It looked like he ran into Robert Negron.
I'll tell you.
It looks like his feet. Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
No, Jeb Boudreau is doing a job on Charlie Siopis there. Boudreau has taken on 44 Siopis, and Boudreau has won that battle consistently all day long. Siopis made a couple of good plays early on in the ball game in the first drive or two, but it's been all Jeb Boudreau as the blocking back, taking on the middle linebacker Siopis, and Boudreau winning the war so far.
Here's Bourgeois. He bounces off a couple tackles across the 40 down to the 39. First down again for the Hawks.
Well, Bourgeois looking better and better right now, and it's kind of funny, but it's almost like Waltham in this game overall has set up the run with the pass. As
good piece of block, good block in there by the offensive line as they push the Tanners back a good yard to 2 yards.
Well, Marc Bourgeois and the offensive line of the Hawks are now taking over. I spoke earlier about needing things to do, taking over games, especially against quality opponents, and Waltham has done that late in the second quarter and now in the beginning of the third quarter.
Bourgeois carried a couple of men. Look at him go. Look at that piece of running by Marc Bourgeois. Down to about the 30-yard line, a pickup of 8.
Matt Fratto there leading the way for Bourgeois. It's been all Marc Bourgeois in this drive so far. He's carried the ball 5 straight times for 28 plus 8, 36 yards so far, Phil, on 5 carries this drive.
Also, Mark Pianadosi, number 78, just laying licks on Peabody Tanner tackles.
Yeah, the offensive line right now is just blowing Peabody off the football. This is what Everett was doing to the Hawks a couple weeks ago.
Tanner's on the heels here. It's the Waltham offensive line doing the job.
Who's that on?
That's going to be on John Rock, not snapping the ball. The whole offensive line.
No, I think it's offsides on Peabody.
Oh, and they're going to saying that he was threatened by a.
I think it was offsides on Peabody. Because Waltham was just shifting to go down into the 3-point stand, and Peabody had jumped offside because they've been going on such a quick count. So the penalty is, and it's a first down for Waltham.
Well, I apologize to Mr. Rock. Obviously, he raised up when the Peabody line threatened. That's something we talked about earlier as the Waltham team raising up to defend themselves on a rush from the defensive lineman creates an offsides and a first down for the Hawks.
Yeah, well, things in this game looked pretty bleak for Waltham High with the 3 turnovers and trailing 12-0. They've really turned things around.
1st and 10. He's doing a play action. He's got Fratto wide open. And he makes the catch! What a catch by Matt Fratto!
Unbelievable.
Oh my, down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Hawks.
Well, on that play there, LaMonica, as you mentioned, that the face guarding is allowed in high school football. Did not turn back to the play, had a sense where the ball was coming, and just an absolutely great play by Fratto.
Here it is. Here's
Take a
the
look
replay.
at it here. He's actually flat on his back when he makes this play.
Back there and put his hand up. Grab the ball with his, and the receiver
What a great catch.
One-handed on his back.
1st and goal for the Hawks at the 5. Handed off to Bourgeois. Tries to bounce it outside. He does! Touchdown, Waltham! What a drive by the Hawks, Phil.
Well, Waltham is got the momentum. They got it right at the tail end of the first half and have successfully carried it over into the second half. And they look very impressive. They look like a completely different team out there now.
Well, this is what I had mentioned earlier about the competition in the GBL, playing the Maldons and the Somervilles and Cambridges and doing the job against them. These are the games that you have to step up for. This is the game that Waltham was pointing to, obviously, after the loss to Everett, the second so-called big game of the year. And Waltham, very impressive coming out here in the 3rd quarter, getting the job done, completely blowing the Tanners off the ball, and they go in for 6 with the Rock attempting an extra point.
This is a big extra point. It can make it an 8-point difference, and we have a flag on the play. I think they may have it on Waltham. Yes, they do.
legal procedure call assessed against Waltham.
6 minutes, 21 seconds left. Waltham rattling off 19 unanswered points. And it, just like you said, looked like a whole different football team right now.
Well, amazing, especially they've executed plays, they've taken care of the football, and the rest has taken care of itself, it looks like.
I was out at halftime talking to a couple of the parents, and they said you couldn't have played any worse first half than they did until the last 3 minutes. Here's a good snap. Rock kick is up. Is it going to be good?
No good.
It's no good. So it's 6:21 left. Waltham 19, Peabody 12.
.6:21 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Waltham has just scored to go ahead 19-12 over Peabody. John Rock will kick it off from right to left. George.
Here's the kickoff. It's a high kick. It's taken there at his 18-yard line. Robilat. And he's met by a host of players before he gets to the 30-yard line. And so Drozny just threw someone down. Waltham is fired up.
Yeah, Brad Zarnowski also involved in some
Little extra activity.
little curricular activity after the play. And we were just talking that how important it is for Waltham here to maybe get another defensive stop here. Peabody just looked like they were in a state of confusion with back-to-back 12 men on the field.
This is a key. And look at this. Peabody is calling a timeout. Peabody is calling a timeout before they can even get out of the huddle. We'll take one with 6:10 left. Waltham leading 19-12. That was a 20-second timeout. LaMonica was in the shotgun. He's going to go long. Covered well there by Nagwal. There was some pushing off there. Petroni makes the catch. Look a little push off there, Phil.
Well, we're going to take it. Hopefully, we'll take another look at that. Petroni goes up, has a height advantage on Negron, and Negron's first game back after I don't know. He missed how many games, Bill? Maybe at least the last.
About
Here's a
6
replay.
games.
Yeah. Here's another look at it here.
Good throw though by LaMonica. No, he didn't push it off.
No, that's just Petroni.
Just a well-executed play.
Petroni
Nice.
going up and making a nice catch.
Yeah, nice job by Pelger on the reception.
Helger.
Is it Pelger or Petroni?
Eight.
Number 8.
Pelger. Number,
Patron? No,
I think
Petroni.
it was nine on the
Number 8.
reception.
It was Petroni, the quarterback. Now, you know they're going to throw the football. Now they're going to run the football. LaMonica looking. Gets across to 25. We got a flag on the play. I think you might see holding on number 34, the sophomore, Grant Miller. And it is. It's holding. And LaMonica comes up limping. LaMonica looks hurt. Phil, number 19. He's got his hands on his knees and he's limping.
Yeah, he's having some problems, I think, right there.
There he goes. Now he's going to sit down.
Penalty is holding against Peabody.
Yeah, we're gonna have an injury timeout here. We'll take a timeout with 5:46 left. Waltham leading. Okay, we're back here. LaMonica went off the field on his own.
And Casey Marquez, number 1, the often injured running back, is in the game, number 1.
And he's going to get the football. He puts his head down, picks up maybe 3 or 4 yards, so to bring up a second down and possible 11 or 12. See where they spot it.
Dan Connors and Jeff Hines in on the tackle.
It'll be 2nd and 12 now for the Tanners. Trailing here 19-12. Waltham running off 19 unanswered points to take a 19-12 lead here with 5:14 left here in the third quarter on homecoming weekend here in Waltham. 2nd and 12. Ball's at the 36-yard line. He's going to roll. He's going to look to throw. Throws it into the flat, and it's incomplete pass. Intended receiver was, no, that was number 9.
That was Pelger out there. The thing is with this Peabody team, the receiver can be the quarterback, and then the next play the quarterback can be the receiver. So.
So it brings up a 3rd down and 12. LaMonica still not in the game. Number 1 in the game is Marquez, Casey Marquez.
So big 3rd down play here, 4:56 remaining third quarter, George. 3rd and 12 for Peabody from the Waltham 36-yard line.
I formation. Looks like he's calling an audible at the line of scrimmage here. Looking to throw. It's going to be intercepted by Hines. And Waltham will take it over. Interception. He was being pressured there by the whole defensive line there, and he rushed it, and Jeff Hines picks it off. And Waltham will take over 1st and 10 at the Peabody 28-yard line.
Yeah, on that play there, I don't think Petroni even saw where his intended receiver was. All he saw was the big pass rush coming, throws it right into Hines' hands. And now the turnover bug starting to hurt the Peabody Tanners.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Hawks. Hand off to Bourgeois. He's going to try to get around the corner. Cuts it in. He's at the 40. He could go. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. Cuts it back in. Brought down at about the 22-yard line. No flags on the play. 1st down, Waltham. Mark Bourgeois with a nice piece of running there, Phil.
Mark Bourgeois found the hole. He got to the outside, and then it was a foot race. And finally, I think he was brought down by Pelger. Pelger on the...
A 50-yard run there by Mark Bourgeois, and Pelger caught him from behind at the 22-yard line, and Peabody's going to call a timeout to try to get organized.
Danny Connors there with a crushing block, Phil McGrady. Jeff Hines also on the left side.
1st and 10. Handoff goes to Bourgeois. And you see him going for the ball. That's what Coach Niz might have told his go for the football.
Try to get a turnover if you're Peabody here. We've not seen Joe DeRico at all here the second half in the backfield. It's been Jeb Boudreau leading for Mark Bourgeois. It has worked well, obviously, in the first drive as Bourgeois carried the Hawks in for their first touchdown of the second half. And it's Boudreau once again leading the way for Bourgeois on that carry.
DeRico has been playing defense, so.
He came out with a big interception late in the first half.
It's worked out sort of even because of the return of Bobby Negron. Bourgeois is not playing defensive back as he has the last couple of weeks, and DeRico is playing DB, so they're splitting time both ways.
Waltham looking to throw, goes into the end zone. Almost a great catch by Hines, the intended receiver. It looked like a little bit of holding.
Yeah, Hines pleading his case with the referee, but I don't think the referee's not interested.
Well, Joey could have put a little, what they call, put a little air under that one, as he could have lofted it up a little bit more,
yep.
give Jeff Hines a chance to run under it. The ball was thrown sort of on a line, and just over the outstretched fingertips of Hines. Almost could have made that catch,
Yeah, he almost made a great catch. And I tell you, if you ever come down with that one, oh my.
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking back to the Fratto catch when he's flat on his back and the one-handed.
Here comes DeRico now, coming into the game.
That play reminds me of one of the great catches in Waltham High School history. Of Larry, was that kid Feeney? Was it Sean Feeney?
Sean Feeney.
Yeah.
Catch in the left corner of an end zone over the shoulder, a la Willie Mays one night.
Gonna throw the football again. He's looking, throws it out to the flat. Ooh, to Bourgeois, and he was nailed there by Petroni. And it brings up a 4th down situation for the Hawks. So it'd be 4th and 8 for Waltham with 3 minutes 36 seconds left here. Waltham leading 19-12.
Phil, Burgoyne looked like he had Fratto open early, deeper than Bourgeois. Couldn't pull the trigger, and so he had to go short to Bourgeois.
Trying to throw under the coverage there, and Petroni read it perfectly. But I think you're right, Bill. I think Fratto did have a step for a moment.
4th down and 8. Look, he's going to go to the corner of the end zone for Hines. He's got it. He make the catch. Touchdown, Waltham! What a catch by Jeff Hines.
Unbelievable. Referee seeing it all the way. He got the foot in the corner of the end zone. You see his teammates mobbing Jeff Hines. An absolutely amazing catch. And we've seen some unbelievable plays in this game today.
We really
George.
have. What a catch, Bill, huh?
Jeff Hines showing his athletic ability, and Joe Burgoyne, we just said, put some air under it.
Yep.
Let Hines run under it, and that's exactly what happened. And Jeff Hines with a tremendous catch in the left corner of the end zone.
Keeping his feet in bounds and holding on to the ball at the same time.
And the Tanner Super Bowl hopes are going up in smoke here with 3:31 left in the third quarter from Falcon Field.
John Rock on to kick the extra point to try to make it 26-12. Make it a 14-point ball game. Try to get a replay on that great catch by Jeff Hines. Good snap. Kick is up. It looks good from here. And it is. With 3 minutes, 31 seconds left, Waltham 26, Peabody 12. None of us can see.
3 minutes, 31 seconds remaining here in the third quarter from Falcon Field at Bentley College. Waltham 26, Peabody 12. Bill Zioli along with Phil McGrady, George Podgy-Malance on the voice of Waltham High School football. We'll recap the drive right after the kickoff, George.
John Rock kick it off. Kicks it high and short. Taking it at the 23-yard line. Trying to get around the corner, and he does. Espinal. And he's knocked out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. And on that touchdown play, as Phil mentioned off the air, that is their second touchdown on 4th down.
Yep.
2 fourth down plays for touchdown this game. The first one, the 9-yard pass to Hines, and once again a 20-yard pass to Hines. Waltham's 2 scoring drives this half, 7 plays, 67 yards. A 5-yard run from Marc Bourgeois puts Waltham up 19-12. The extra point was missed by Rock. That time a 5-play, 72-yard drive. The big play, 50-yard Marc Bourgeois run, and obviously the 20-yard touchdown pass.
Hit it off to number 1. He's got a big hole. He got across midfield. He's got the first down.
Casey Marquez, who came in the game when LaMonica left.
And we haven't seen LaMonica on defense or offense. Look at Peabody's coming in out of the huddle. There. See what they're doing, Peabody?
Yeah, well, time, we do have a full quarter to go, so.
Marquez hands it off, and Scotty Coleman shoots the gap, and a loss of 4 yards by Scotty Coleman. What a play by Scott Coleman.
Boy, and he's been doing that all year, George.
Yeah,
Coleman's been coming up, breaking through the line, and bringing plays down. He once again traps Marquez in the backfield, and Waltham is playing inspired defense.
77, Jason Gregory coming off the
Getting
field
a breather.
right now. Getting a well-deserved breather.
Yeah, sure
He's a warrior, Podgy. Every game, it seems like he's ever played from his younger days at the high school on to now.
2nd down and hand it off to Marquez again. Missed tackle there. 2 tackles. And Jeff Hines,
Yeah,
thank God it grabs him to pull him down, a pickup of 8.
I'm surprised holding wasn't called there. As Danny Connors got tackled on the right side of the line of scrimmage from 2 Peabody players, and no call. In any event, Peabody has a 3rd down and 3 from the Waltham 42.
You got to imagine that Peabody's going to be going for, if they shouldn't make it on this play, they'll be going 4 down territory almost every time now.
3rd down. Scott Coleman, wide open receiver. Nygron misses the tackle. He's to the 30. He's going to be knocked out of bounds there by Hines and Drozny at about the 25. And Peabody's starting to move the football.
Yeah, nothing surprising about that play. Mendez just knew where he had to get. He saw where the first down marker was, just set up, made the play, and a nice quick move to pick up probably like another 6-7 yards.
Well, Bobby Negron on a 3rd and 3 was playing 8 yards off the receiver, and it was a nice read by the quarterback and able to throw it out into the flat, and obviously made Negron miss the tackle as well for a bigger gain than it could have been. So Peabody moving the ball in the 2-minute drill here late in the 3rd quarter.
27-yard line. Marquez has the ball again. He picks up about 5. He's down about the 20-yard line.
Clock continuing to move with about 1:20 left
Pick
in
up
the
a 6.
3rd quarter.
Pick up a 6 now. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line. Now, what is Marquez? Has he been hurt, Bill, and that's why we haven't seen him? Or
Was that LaMonica?
No.
Marquez.
Marquez had some injury problems earlier in the year.
Had some injury problems, but when you have LaMonica in the backfield, he's been their big guy all year. I mean, Marquez, there's just no room for Marquez.
They're looking to throw. They did that same play. The coaches were trying to tell Negron to move up because they saw that play coming.
You know, the same thing, if let's go all the way back to week 1 at Zavarian. Bobby Negron at the left defensive back down at Zavarian. The coaches all during that game were telling Negron he was playing too far off the ball, and the receiver down there, Nate Hasselback, the younger brother of the Hasselback family, was making catches in front of him for 7-8 yards. They did tighten up the defense down when they got into the red zone, so call it inside the 20, but that's twice now that Negron's been 10 yards off the receiver, and it's worked for Peabody first downs.
No, Waltham, well, they took a 20-second. Now they're taking a full timeout. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. Back here at Bentley College, 1st and goal at the 9-yard line for Peabody. They do a quarterback sneak. And I don't know if he got anything, maybe a yard, possibly 2. They bring up 2nd down with 43 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Waltham leading 26-12. It's balls at the 6-yard line. Pickup of a yard. Balls at the 7-yard line.
7-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 7. Another quarterback sneak. They saw something in the quarterback sneaking department there, Bill, huh?
Well, the test in the middle of that Waltham defensive line, which was a suspect very early in this game, and obviously we talked about against Everett. They've really played well since then, stuffing the Everett running attack. And I don't know the feeling behind those 2 plays there.
Yeah.
Maybe trying to set something up wide.
Maybe they just want to go into the other end zone down their end. Something about that end zone, I don't know.
Well, that's going to end the 3rd quarter. We'll be back with 4th quarter action. Waltham leading 26-12.
Podgy, here we go.
All right, 3rd and goal, as Bill mentioned, at the 5-yard line. Gonna hand it off to Marquez. Gonna try to get around the corner. He's gonna come up shy. He's gonna be about the 2-yard line. Who's in the tackle? Alfredo.
Bobby Negron there as well.
And that's going to set up
David
a
Granados, 4th down.
4th and goal from about the 2.
Well, those 2 quarterback sneaks did set up something wide, Phil, as we mentioned a moment ago. And Marquez going around the left side. Waltham able to hold. And the play of the ball game right here, if you're a Peabody Tanner fan, 4th and goal from the 2, Podgy.
Here it is, 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. And we're going to have a timeout thrown here by somebody.
Waltham's going to call that timeout, George.
A 20-second timeout, I think. No, they're going to take the full timeout. And we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the 4th down play right after this. All right, we're back here. 4th and goal for the Tanners. Let's see what Waltham's defense can do.
2 wide receivers are going to split way to the wide right, Podgy.
They're going to hand it off to Marquez, and he didn't get it! They help their defense, holds them on 4th down.
Jeb Boudreau, David Granados, Phil, on the stop.
They just closed that hole in a hurry. Marquez
wow.
thought there was a hole, but it was not there.
Well, it's worth
Tremendous
taking those
effort.
2 timeouts. It's a hold Peabody, and they'll take over at their own 2-yard line. Big defensive stand by the Hawks.
Yes, especially David Grandados, who was just hobbled off the field with a back injury, was sitting on the sidelines, and now he's back in the middle of that play right there, and that was a huge play.
like you heard his hand now.
And Coach Steve Duffy on the sidelines, defensive coordinator, almost looks like he was out on the field. As he had a grimace on his face, like he is the one who made the tackle. Very proud of the defensive effort that his team has made today.
I got flags. It was a bad snap, little disorganized there with the Hawks. And every official threw the flag down. And let's see what the penalty is on. Legal procedure on the Hawks. So it brings the ball to about the half-inch line like they were down the other end in the second quarter.
Yeah, again, Waltham got to be very careful here, even though they did come up with a big defensive stop. They're not out of the woods yet with 10 minutes, 17 seconds left to go.
Yeah, you don't want to give up, you don't want to give any points to them. No safety, no nothing. Don't want to cough up the ball, whatever you do.
No, especially that.
They hand it off to Bourgeois, who spins his way out. That's across the 5, down to about the 7-yard line, and gives them some breathing room. And I tell you, Bourgeois was really running the football today, Phil.
Yeah, got off a little bit of a slow start. Actually, the whole Waltham team did not show up for the first quarter, but Peabody did not show up for the third quarter, so they're in good shape at running the ball very effectively.
Waltham doing a better job here on the quarterback to coach play calling as Burgoyne got quickly to Coach Cohane, got the play, ran back. Now they have plenty of time to set the offense.
They hand it off to Bourgeois again. He's got a big hole and a first down for Waltham. He fumbled the football. And I think Peabody's got it. They do.
Well, we just mentioned that a second ago, George, taking care of the football.
He
and
had the first down.
The two turnovers earlier in the game, Peabody turned them into points, and that is I believe, Bourgeois' second fumble today.
Bourgeois fumbled. It looked like Hines recovered it, but it must have squirted out, and that's where the Tanners pounced on it, and they'll take over at the 10-yard line. So Waltham's defense going to have to do it again here with 9 minutes, 40 seconds left.
Well, and the Waltham defense a little bit winded. They were out there just a minute ago for 10 straight plays on a Peabody drive. Let's see if they can stand up again.
Espinal bounces off 1, bounces off 2, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Peabody.
Well, we just talked about that. That looked like a tired Waltham defense. They were out almost on the field for the entire first quarter. And Bill, you just touched on it again. That 10 straight plays is not going to make you feel refreshed and energetic. I mean, Waltham with a lot of positive momentum, but that coupled with the Waltham turnover, Waltham defense on the field a lot in the second half.
Oh, that makes it 26-18.
Well,
this is a great football game.
Well, the game shouldn't even been this close. 2 Waltham turnovers deep in their own territory gives Peabody the starting a drive at the 7-yard line and starting a drive at the 10-yard line. Both those turnovers turns into Peabody touchdowns, and it's 26-18, and the game really shouldn't be that close because Waltham is pretty much dominated.
Oh, they're going to go for 2 here to try to make it a 6-point ball game. Fakes the end around. He's looking. Throws it into the end zone to nobody. And Waltham holds them, and they keep the 8-point lead. So at 9 minutes, 32 seconds left, Waltham 26, Peabody 18.
And a tie. Oh, we don't. Okay. Tie does not help Peabody.
A tie does not help
A tie
Peabody.
does not help Peabody as far as the Super Bowl goes because they have 1 loss. Everett has 1 loss in the league. That would be an extra half a loss, if you want to consider it that being a tie, and Everett will go to the Super Bowl. So very interesting call going for 2 there from Coach Niswantowski. If they do get it, obviously they're down 6. Another 6-point touchdown extra point gives them a possible win. But, kicking a point, then they can go for 2 at the end of the ball game instead of going for it there.
We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this.
Thanks.
Back here at Bentley College, the officials want the Waltham players I don't know. I'm just all of a sudden they complain about how close the players are to the line now, Bill.
Well, it's such a tight ball game with a lot on the line for both teams. I'm sure the official wants to be able to run down the sideline unimpeded.
Rico takes it at his 20. He's to his 30. And that's all he's going to go. He's going to go to the 35 as he was brought down there by number 34, Grant Miller, the sophomore.
Yeah, Grant Miller, 6'1", 205.
The sophomore.
And he used every inch of that to wrestle Rico.
Revisiting, guys, the two-point conversion play. If Peabody goes for one, it's 26-19 to down 7. If they were to score again, they could try to go for 2 at the end of the game to win it, and the win obviously getting them a berth in the Super Bowl. Or, you know, I don't understand going for 2 at that point.
Pitch out to Bourgeois. Oh! Now the momentum seems to be changing a little bit here, as that was Grant Miller again on the tackle.
Yeah, Peabody looks like they've stepped up their defensive intensity. Looks like they're also a little ball hawking going on there. Peabody wants that ball back, and as Bill mentioned, 8 points the difference now in this game.
26-18, a loss of a yard on the play by Bourgeois.
This game, though, as advertised, guys, big game, late in the year, you know, cloudy day, under the lights here at Bentley, cold weather, mid-November.
Couldn't ask for anything better. 2nd down and 11. They hand it off to Bourgeois. He breaks one tackle. He's across the 40. Picks up a pickup of about 6, maybe 7, brought down there by Petroni. And they bring up a big 3rd down play, Phil.
Yeah, you see Burgoyne coming over to head coach Danny Culhane to get some last-minute instructions. Also got to keep aware of the clock. They don't want to rush this play, certainly. They've had some problems in the past about rushing plays.
And the other thing is, you know, you're not going to go here in 4th down on your own side of the field, so you're going to have to make a 1st down on this play, because if they're short, I cannot see any possibility of them going for it on 4th down on their own side of the field.
3rd down and 5 for the Hawks.
The Peabody linebackers are up, sensing the run.
No, he's going to throw. He better hurry up and throw it. He lofts it up. Oh, Fratto tries to get a hand on it.
Very, very dangerous play right there, throwing across the field. And Fratto actually
got
a hand on it, which is pretty amazing.
So Peabody is going to get the ball back here with 7:50 left. Need a good kick here by John Rock. John Rock standing on his own 30-yard line.
Petroni and Robillard back deep for Peabody, Podgy.
And he gets off a good kick. Taken by Petroni at the 25-yard line to the 30. Tries to bounce it outside. He's brought down there by Zanowski. And Peabody will take over at at their own 35-yard line with 7 minutes and 39 seconds left. Now we forget now, Waltham's used a lot of their timeouts too now. They've only, if you go and get back to the timeouts, Waltham's used their 20, and I think they've used 3 fulls. I think they only have 2 timeouts left, or maybe 1.
Well, it'd be good to have if Peabody should rally, but right now the clock is going to be working against the Tanners.
Well, let's see how this defense. They've been on the football field an awful lot today. First and 10, 35-yard line. Petroni fumbles the football, but he gets it back. Looked like he got a bad snap there.
Loose ball is recovered by the quarterback, Petroni.
Clock continuing to move. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Let's just remind our viewers that we'll be down in Brockton.
Yep,
Thanksgiving morning, 10 a.m. start.
Home of the Boxers. Having a big game today at New Bedford.
Brockton
Winner of
and
that
New
goes
Bedford
to the
today.
bowl. 2nd down and 11 for the Tanners. 7 minutes left on the clock. He's looking to throw, and he's going to be sacked by Scotty Coleman. Another great play by the senior.
But Coleman has made it one big play after another. You can't believe the heart that this kid has. He makes plays.
And we've talked, all years you know, the last 2 years or so, the bigger guys on the line, the Jason Gregory's, the Matt Frattos, the Danny Connors, Jeb Boudreau's, and Scott Coleman, Podge, you've called his name probably 20 to 25 times in the last 3 telecasts as he comes up, as Phil McGrady mentioned, one big play after another.
And that's a loss of 7 on the play, so it's a loss of 6, so it's 3rd and 17. And guess what? Peabody's going to have to call a timeout. We'll take one with 6:16 left, and Waltham leading. Okay, we're back here. 3rd down and 17 for the Tanners. They're in a shotgun formation. And that's not Petroni. Now, who's at a quarterback? They hand it off to Petroni. He's going to look to throw. He throws it on the run.
Oh.
No way! They're going to call pass interference on Dorico. It's an incomplete pass, but I think they called pass interference on Dorico.
They actually lined up Caleb Pelger in the quarterback position.
It's a 15-yard penalty. It's a 15-yard penalty, so to bring up 3rd down and 2. It comes from the line of scrimmage, correct?
Oh, we're going to get ahead on.
And it's an automatic 1st down.
Boy, that's a critical play because it was 3rd and 17. Here's another look at it here, look, going down the right sideline. You see Dorico.
Is that pass interference, Bill? I mean, you're an official.
No comment, George. I like to be able to keep working.
I just don't think that's pass interference at all.
Did you eat the flag?
I think that was just a bad call. With 6 minutes, 6 seconds left. Peabody looking to throw. Gregory chasing him. Throws it. Great play by Jeff Hines as he breaks it up.
Boy, Gregory was all over him. He almost had a shot to bring him down.
Looked like number 65 from the Hawks. Jeff Boyer, he looked like he got thrown down.
We have some problems, I think, in the stands. We have cops on the field now.
I think that's too close to the playing field.
Well, we've been here a long time in real time. This game starting at 1:30. It's 4 o'clock p.m. As we broadcast this. So 2.5 hours for this.
2nd down, and there is Danny Connors with a great play. And a loss. No, Randy Jacobs, I'm sorry. Randy Jacobs with a great play. Breaking through the offensive line, and a loss of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 16.
Yeah, Jacobs, I think, who just checked into the game. And we're back to a 3rd and 16 situation. And clock continuing to move, 5.5 minutes.
Let it keep running. Like you said, clock is against Peabody right now. But this defense has been on the field an awful long time, Bill.
The majority, they on 10 plays in the previous Peabody drive. They've been on 5 or 6 plays this drive.
Let it reverse, a razzle-dazzle. He throws it. He's got a receiver. A little razzle-dazzle, and it's a completed, and it's a 1st down for Peabody. As Bobby Negron get turned around.
Boy, Mendez turned around exactly at the point that he needed to make that play. He had his back to the ball when the ball was in the air. He turned around exactly at the right time, and the ball was right there.
Another big 3rd down play by Peabody.
Here's another look at it here. And this time it's Garrett Greer throwing the ball, number 10. And see, right there, Mendez turning around just in time.
Back to live action there. The handoff went to number 41. Who's at 41? Espinal. And he's met there by a host of players, Jeb Boudreau, Zanowski, and a loss of 4. But that's their 2nd 3rd down play. Well, they had the pass interference, and then that play.
That big play there. Well, the Tanners just dodging bullets left and right, and they are scrapping to stay alive in this game and keep their Super Bowl hopes alive.
That's 2nd down and 14, a loss of 4 on the play. Calling the signals. Greer goes in motion. They're going to hand it off to Espinal, and he tries to bounce it outside, but he doesn't.
Granados.
Scotty Coleman again on
right
the play. Scotty Coleman having a great game today here at homecoming.
Tackle was made by Scott Coleman. Coleman with the tackle.
So it brings up another big 3rd down play in 15.
In Peabody here, who's Aerosmith living on the edge?
Yes. They are certainly living on the edge. Another third and long.
Well, let's see what Coach Niz has up his sleeve here. He's throwing off a couple of razzle-dazzles. Who can throw the ball? Can one of the offensive linemen throw the ball?
I don't know. Peabody's had about 6 different quarterbacks today.
Petroni's going to keep it himself. Sadowski in on the blitz, and that should be grounded.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
He was totally.
Matt Sadowski in on the tackle.
Granados.
Brad Sadowski.
Zanowski and Granados all over.
You refuse that penalty, right? Or is that a loss of down?
No, it's not. It's 5 yards.
And a loss of down.
Actually, it's from the spot. It's no. It used to be an extra distance, 5 yards extra other than that. Now it's from the spot.
Grounded.
It's a loss of down.
A loss of down.
It's a loss of down, so it's now 4th down.
So it's 4th down.
Right. They used to add on an additional 5 yards to the spot, but now it's just a spot foul, loss of down.
So what is this, 4th and 28?
Oh,
Can
boy.
they do it again? Shotgun formation. Petroni, high snap, gets it. Being rushed. He's looking to throw. A little push off by number 21, but they don't call it. And he short of the first down. It's very close.
No, he's short. He's short of the. No, he has it. I'm going to say he has a first down.
But didn't he push off number 21?
Well, Robillard coming back for the ball. Maybe we'll take another look at that, but
Unbelievable.
he turned back first, and once again the Tanners dodge another bullet. Here's another look at it, George. See Petroni delivering the ball, and it's going to be in the bottom left-hand corner.
It's a 48-yard pass play, guys.
Unbelievable.
Oh my! On 4th down and 28, they complete it. Look at the throw, and he's nailed there. Number 55 for Waltham, William Turman, almost intercepted after that. So it brings up 2nd down and 10 with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left. What a football game, huh?
Unbelievable. That's 3 straight times that the Tanners had 4th and long situations, and
3rd and long.
they've converted them, although one being a penalty.
Unbelievable.
So what do we got here? We got an injured player.
Yeah, we have Petroni injured.
Well, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with this incredible action. Okay, we're back here. Waltham lead 26-18 with 3:33 left in this great football game. Got a new quarterback in. He's looking to throw. He's going to look to throw. He's going to try to run a screen, but Matt Fratto misses one tackle. But he brought down about the 20 there. Who's number 2?
That's Ryan Mulvey, the quarterback now.
Boy, I think that makes what, a baker's dozen different quarterbacks.
I think we've had 5 guys throw the football today for Peabody. We have not seen LaMonica in the game since that injury.
No, he's
A loss of a player. It looked like they're trying to set up a screen there, so it brings up 3rd and 12 as the clock continues to run with 2:55 left.
actually a nice play by Espinel just to get back to, well, actually it was a 2-yard loss. It looked like he was trying to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Who's the quarterback?
Actually, it's
Petroni's
back
back in
to
Back to Petroni. He's looking to throw. Throws it in the flat. He's got his man, Greer. He's down at about the 8-yard line. 1st and goal. Give Peabody credit. They are moving the football.
I'll tell you, Peabody is hanging in for their dear life. 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining. Another first down, another big play. 3rd and 4th down plays the last couple of drives. And Peabody once again knocking on the door, looking to try to get in the end zone to make this a 26-24 game with a 2-point conversion coming up.
Now, how many lives does this cat have?
No kid.
Up against it many, many times, and the Tanners have delivered each time.
2:25. 2:20 down about the 5-yard line. Espinal carrying the football.
And the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. So the clock's gonna, I mean, the play clock won't stop, but after the next play, we'll have the 2-minute warning.
And no 2-minute warning here, Bill.
No, after the next play.
Oh, okay. He's looking out. He's rolling. He's looking. He's going to run the football. and he's down about the 1 yard line. There's no signal from the official. Clock continues to run. Ball is gone at the 1 yard line.
I guess we're not going to stop the clock. All right, clock's going to continue to run.
Now here it comes now.
Waltham's going to call a timeout. Waltham calls a timeout. We'll call a timeout. We'll be back right after this. Okay, here we're live here. I'm George Melanzon with Bill Zioli and Phil McGrady in a great football game here. It's 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line. The minute 29 left, and he's in for the touchdown. So now it is a 2-point ball game. Petroni scores, and it's now 26-24, and now Peabody will go for 2.
Unbelievable.
And the 10 has come flying back after trailing 26-12. It looked like this game was in the bag, Phil, and then all of a sudden, a couple of 3rd down and long completions and 4th down and 28.
Well, you could write a book about every quarter of this game. Opening quarter looked like all Peabody, that Waltham would have no chance. Second quarter, just unbelievable. Here's probably the biggest play of the year for Peabody.
1 minute, 26 seconds remaining. Peabody going for 2 to look in the tie it, George.
He's going to roll. He's got a man out the front. He makes the catches. He's not in the end zone, though. He's not in the end zone. He's not in the end zone. No, he isn't. He is not. Was not in the end zone. Oh, this is going to. We're going to have a big controversy here now. I don't think he was in, Phil. Did you?
No, it looked like he came up just a little bit short. If he had the ball in his other arm, it may have broke the plane.
No, they gave it to him. And they gave it to him.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Boy.
Let's see
We're
that
going to
on
have,
replay.
oh, my God.
Let's see that
They've
on
tied
replay.
this football. I want to see the replay of
Let's
this.
see that on replay. That looked like he was down and the ball was not over the line,
like
and I cannot believe
It looked like the
until
ball was
I
in his.
see it on replay.
Looked like if the ball had been in his left arm, it looks like it may have broke the plane, but it was not. It was.
One official called it, and then the other official come over and ruled it a touchdown. Here it is. Let's see if we can get it here.
There you see it right there from the other side. Oh, actually from that low angle.
From here, he's in.
It looks like he was in from the low angle.
And there's Coach Cohen, and he's all over the official right now, and I don't blame him.
Wow, and
Coach Cohen is not happy, and now we have a 26 ball game with a minute 26, and don't be surprised if Peabody onside kicks this football. They need the win.
They need the ball back to get the win to go to the Super Bowl.
They might onside kick this.
And that's why Waltham has
kicking it.
Waltham has 9 players between the 40 and 50 yard line, and Peabody has to onside kick if they want to get a Super Bowl berth. A tie does not help them. Everett only has 1 loss. Peabody would end up with a loss and a tie. They would not go. Peabody needs the ball, needs to score.
And guess who got it? Scotty Coleman.
Well, all the good hands people, as you mentioned, Bill, all up in the line.
And now it's interesting because now Waltham is in position to get the Peabody monkey off their backs finally. They have 48 yards to go in a minute 21. They did it late in the second quarter to score with a minute 4 remaining. There's no reason why they can't do it again. Homecoming day, last game for the seniors, a chance to erase the Peabody monkey off the back. Can the Hawks do it?
1:21 left. 26-26.
How many timeouts does Peabody have at this point? Do we know?
I believe they're taking their 20s. I don't know if they have any fulls remaining.
I don't know if Waltham has any. Waltham's in the shotgun. They go looking to throw. Throws it across the middle of the Hines.
Wow.
Down to the 35-yard line. First down. And that should be a penalty. Did you see that?
Yeah,
They got him. They got him. Good call by the official. That should be 15 yards. 15 yards, a big penalty by Peabody.
Yeah, that was Mendez just losing his composure there.
He flipped him up. No need to do that. That's a 15-yarder. A 15-yarder.
That penalty really hurts Peabody.
Down to the 20-yard line. Jeffrey Hines. Waltham has it 1st and 10 at the 20.
Unbelievable.
There's no words we can say.
There's no words to describe what's going on in this game. Back and forth, up and down the field. Peabody had momentum early, then Waltham had momentum.
Shotgun, inside handoff to Bourgeois. He's to the 15. Hold on to that football. He's down to the 10-yard line with 1:07 left.
This game has been back and forth, up and down. Peabody early.
Yard line. They hand it off to DeRico. And he's going to try to get the first down. I think he'll get it. That'll stop the clock as they move the chains. He picks up the first down. No huddle by the Hawks right now. 59 seconds left. 26-26. The 9-yard line. Shotgun formation for Burgoyne. He's looking. Throws it into the end zone. It's intercepted by Murdoch.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Intercepted by Murdoch.
And you know what, though? If he almost had an open lane to the end zone.
Oh, my God.
So what you wanted, that's the first thing to do, is throw the ball away when you're not sure. You had it first down. If you throw the ball over your receiver's head out of bounds, you're not hurt.
Yeah, he tried to force it. Well, with 45 seconds left, this game is over. It's far from over. As Peabody can move the football in a hurry. We've seen it happen.
Absolutely. Again, turnovers coming back to haunt the Hawks.
That's their 4th one today. Petroni looking to throw. He's rolling. He's rolling. He's got no one to throw, Joe. He's got a receiver, Greer. Oh, my God. The ball is down about the 35-yard line.
Boy, Peabody just makes plays when they have to.
36 seconds remaining. Waltham 26, Peabody 26. Peabody is a first down and 10 on their own 37-yard line. Yeah, this is one of the most amazing football
games.
This
is Agita time, guys.
We've ever
I got
seen.
Agita right now. God, Waltham had the ball at the 10-yard line, going in to score to get the monkey off their back, and Burgoyne throwing off his back foot. Unfortunately, he threw it off. And ironic it is Murdoch.
Murdoch was made almost all the plays defensively.
Scott Coleman had a great
Peabody
game.
today.
He recovers the attempted onside kick. It's just been a lot of stars in this game today, Bill.
Well, 36 seconds left. 26-26. What else can you say? There's no.
I want to know
what
what
we can add to it.
I want to know what they're doing right here now. Who is there a timeout, an injury timeout? I mean, what is going on right now?
I think we have a Peabody timeout, I believe.
That number 8 should come off the field if he's.
I believe it's a Peabody timeout.
I hope so. I thought it was an injury.
Yeah, he would have to sit out for one play.
Yeah, he would have to. If that was the guy that got hurt. Oh, here we go. 36 seconds left in a 26 ball game. They hand off a draw. Espinal trying to get out of bounds. Carries a couple plays. The clock continues to run.
Did not get out of
Wow,
bounds, George.
I am very surprised at that call. That's going to take a ton of time off the clock.
21 seconds left.
Clock moving.
Back to Bass. He's looking. Throws across the middle. It's completed. He gets out of bounds.
Nope.
No, it's not out of bounds. No,
Oh,
now
yes.
they stop. Will he make up his mind?
No, they started from direction today, and this was an amazing ball game. I got to give credit to the Peabody Tanners, who came out with a 12-0 lead and looked like they were dead and buried. And Waltham pretty much blew them off the ball with 2 touchdown drives, and it looks like Peabody was going to fold up and go home. But to the Tanners' credit, Coach Nizwinkowski pulling tricks out of the bag, different quarterbacks throwing the ball, going down the field, great catches and great plays. The Tanners hung tough, and if anyone was deserving to come out with a tie ball game and maybe driving for the win at the end, it was the Peabody Tanners today. Indescribable what happened here today at Bentley College.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, that will do it here with Bentley College Field. I just don't feel that it's a speechless game. And just look at the screen.
26-26.
26-26.
Unbelievable comeback by Peabody. They have more